One day, he came back, one of the soldiers. This time, he was alone. He stood at the door, silent, then threw money on the floor. And in that moment, I knew exactly why he had come. I am a woman in front of war, and this is my story. My story begins in a place where gunfire is normal, Afghanistan, a land constantly torn by war. And in the middle of all this, there is me. My husband, he lies in front of me motionless. He was shot in the neck during the war. Since then, he's like a lifeless body. But still, I take care of him. Every day I clean his body with wet clothes. I serve him. I pray for him. I talk to him constantly, even though I don't know if he can hear me or not. The doctor once said he would recover in a week, but it's been 2 months now. Nothing has changed. I don't know what to do anymore. My 2 daughters, they are the only reason I'm still standing. One day, they told me they were hungry. I had nothing left. I took them with me and went to the neighbor, asking if the water supplier had come. They didn't know anything. I walked toward a medical shop, hoping to get medicines for my husband. But suddenly, armed men appeared. Gunshots, explosions, chaos everywhere. But for us, this is normal now. Still, I reached a shop and begged for medicines. The shopkeeper refused. I already owed too much. I came back home empty-handed. So I mix salt in water and slowly pour it into his mouth through a pipe. That's how I keep him alive. Before stepping out, I always ask him for permission. I thought I still had someone, my aunt. I went to her house and knocked, but when the door opened, it was a stranger. She said she didn't know anything. She refused to help. I returned home and told everything to my husband. I told him his mother and brother abandoned us. They didn't even inform us. Maybe they knew he would never walk again, so they ran away from responsibility. The next morning, a doctor came. I didn't let him inside. I had no money. He told me to take care of the wounds and left. Then I heard an announcement. People were being given weapons for protection. That meant one thing. Things were about to get worse. I took my daughters and ran to a basement with others. Then the attacks began. Bombs, tanks, missiles, fear everywhere. After some time, it became quiet. I came back to check on him. The house was full of dust and debris. I cleaned him, put medicine in his eyes, but outside, a tank was still moving. Suddenly another attack. Glass shattered, walls shook. I ran to my daughters and held them tightly. Then armed men entered my house. They saw my husband helpless and took his watch and ring. They were about to shoot him, but then they saw his uniform. They realized he was once one of them, and they left. Later, I learned our neighbors were killed. I knew then my daughters weren't safe here. I went again to my aunt's house. This time, I got an address. I followed it and finally found her. But she was no longer the same. She had become a prostitute. Still, I begged her to take care of my daughters. She agreed. Then she told me her story, how she was abused for years, how she killed those men and escaped. She gave me money. I returned home, and that's when everything started to change.
One day, he came back, one of the soldiers. This time he was alone. He stood at the door, silent, then threw money on the floor. And in that moment, I knew exactly why he had come. Before I could react, he forced himself on me. After he left, I broke down. I cried, but when I looked at the money lying on the floor, I picked it up because I needed it. I went outside, bought food, bought medicines, and came back to take care of my husband. A few days later, he returned again. This time, I already knew, but something had changed. Not in him, in me. I didn't resist the same way because now I understood this was survival, and this time I let it happen. After that, he kept coming, but slowly he changed. One day, he didn't touch me. He just sat there, quietly. Then he showed me his wounds, deep scars all over his body. He told me he was an orphan, that he had always lived in fear, never knowing what it meant to be cared for. For the first time, I saw him not as a soldier, but as someone broken, just like me. One day, I came back home and found fruits at my door and a gold chain. I knew it was him. For the first time in my life, someone had given me something without taking anything first. I returned to my husband, and for the first time, I started telling him everything. I told him he never appreciated me. I was always afraid of him, never felt safe. There was no love in our marriage, only fear. Even our wedding, he wasn't there. I married his photograph. Whenever he came, he never spoke. He just took what he wanted from me. I stayed silent because I was afraid. I told him about my childhood, my father, his anger, his gambling, how he once gambled away his own daughter. My suffering never ended. One day, my aunt told me about a stone of patience, a silent stone that listens to all pain until it breaks. That's when I understood my husband had become that stone. So I spoke. I told him everything. I told him my children might not be his. I didn't even know who their father was. I just wanted to survive, to become a mother. And then something happened. For the first time, he moved. His eyes opened. He grabbed my throat, trying to kill me. I panicked. I fought back, and I killed him. In that moment, I realized he truly was my stone of patience.